Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It is Friday evening. How are you all keeping this evening? We are here for once again another virtual band parade, and tonight's picks are chosen by James from Marching Band Videos, James Johnson from Marching Band Videos. So I know that they are going to be superb. As always, we are going to go to our first parade, which should have been this evening, and it is Bangor Protestant Boys in Downpatrick. This is them parading, at Downpatrick in 2009. Great to see them on the road, and tonight, of course, would have been the parade. So let's have a look at a video from them. Yes, right? Can we have a video from them? That was, of course, Bangor Protestant Boys. Well, good evening, and how are you all keeping? Let's have a wee look through the text messages as always. Billy Yar, you're the first one I see, and you're watching in Australia. Welcome. So great to have you with us. We're really, really pleased you could join us this evening. Joel Jackson is watching from Ballykelly. He's also watching football on the TV. So keep us updated with the scores in the Northern Ireland match, Joel. We're depending on you. Keep us updated. Ali is watching in Gartsherry. Anne and Ronnie are watching there from Portrush. Bob is in Tunbridge. Andrew is in Clough-Mills. William Smith is watching and also watching the match. So we're going to get plenty of updates this evening. Keith McCormick is watching in a very wet and cold Portrush. I know, isn't it awful, that weather? Gillian Douglas Ray is watching, and hopefully Jensen's also there. Jim Elliott is watching. Jason McBride says, come on, Northern Ireland. You're right, Jason. Fingers crossed. Hope we do well. Betty Parkinson says hi. Billy King is watching as well. Hannah McNally Mealy? Is that how you say that? Is watching from Stoke-on-Trent. Barry Thompson in Portavogie, and Jean Kerr is watching in Ballinamallard. She says she's looking forward to hearing what James's Marching Band Videos has in store for us. As always, I'm sure that they are going to be probably as good as you could ask for, because they're going to be all top quality. They're going to be excellent. Andrew Miskimming is also saying, come on, Northern Ireland. Jason McBride, Alistair McKellar is watching in Edinburgh. Keith Weir is watching in Drumore. Harry MacArthur is watching from Glasgow. Welcome, Harry. You're one of our regulars. Get recognised in all these names so far. Scott Clark, good to have you on board, Scott, as always. Caroline Hughes. And Smith is watching in Glasgow. Ronnie in Portrush is on the whiskey and beer tonight. Lucky you, Ronnie. I'm not well enough organised. I am literally rushing about trying to do everything at the last minute today. And it's just no way. I don't like being hassled and rushed like this here. So it's Roy, I'm just reading your message. They're ready to go now. Yes. Oh, right. Okay. So we had a special request. So I mentioned earlier on that Gillian and Jensen are watching. Well, I do believe it is Mr. Jensen's birthday. Would I be correct in saying that? Maybe not today, but this weekend. I believe it's this weekend. So Jensen, this is for you. You had asked for a little clip of Donaghadee flutes and drums. So here they are playing Call to Glory. Brilliant there from Donaghadee. Hopefully you saw that, Jensen, and happy birthday to you. And if you're watching later on, we'd also get you included in the birthday song. So remember, if there's anyone else with birthdays, do give us a wee text, let us know. And we will, of course, wish you a happy birthday from us all here at Ulster Bands Forum and everyone watching. Now,
I just had to get Ballymena in on that clip, you see. That's why I chose that clip, because it was them and Ballymena at Ballykill's parade, but I had to get Ballymena in the clip somehow.
I didn't see a bit of that clip. Not a bit of it, did I see, because it was that busy doing other stuff. Oh, I know you'd sneak them in somewhere. Aren't you terrible? Right, let's see what all we can see here. I've missed a few, but I'm going to catch up now. Alex Scobie is watching in Ashgill. Thomas McKee says, hi, everyone. Elaine Burns is cheering on the Green and White Army, as are the rest of us. James Johnson says, it's great to be... and he enjoyed picking the clips. It's screwing up too fast this weekend. Right, James Shankeland is watching from Glasgow. Philip Mackay is watching. Anne Galbraith Jelly is watching in Bournemouth in England. Thomas McKee is watching along with Mary. Grant Gordon is in Scarborough. Good evening to all of you. David Sheridan is watching. George Frame is watching in West Sussex. Gordon Brock is watching in Haddington. William Fenton is watching in Portland. Is it sunny in Portland, William? John King is watching in a wet and cold Oma. Edward Fellows is asking how the foot is. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm starting to get a bit more pressure on it, a bit more weight on it, but every so often I'll get a twinge from it more than anything.
Never mind the foot. The poor table dismantled and smashed up and absolutely gone. And poor table everywhere but your foot. I'm more worried about the table.
Table's gone. Rebecca and Jordan are watching. Are we now? We need to be updated here. Are we together? Are we separately? Are we in Clough-Mills? Are we, or not Clough-Mills, Ballymena? Are we in Cullibaggy? We need to know these things. We need to know. Scott Clark says it's 1-0 to Romania. Oh no! Oh no! Not
Come
good
on,
at all.
Come on, my army. Come on.
Oh, yes, we'll get them. It's okay. Don't panic. Everybody's wishing you happy birthday, Jensen. Lots and lots and lots of wishes of happy birthday to there. Anne Smith wants to know, could we please congratulate our band president, Harry MacArthur of the Queen Elizabeth Accordion Bands on 70 years service, a fantastic achievement. We have congratulated Harry again or before, and we are delighted to do so again. Harry, well done. 70 years definitely deserves multiple mentions. There are 113 comments in here, so I'm going to try and get through some of them. Loads of birthday wishes for you, Jensen. You're going to have to go on and get them all read and get your mum to read them all to you. Now I have a phone buzzing and I have no idea where it is. There we go. Time yet, Sammy Bones says Bullard's good addition to the defence. Oh my goodness, we are really getting a running commentary here. John McCann's watching. Good evening, all. Mark Greer says keeper lit. Joanne Burtney is watching. Carl Porter is watching. Garth Frank Graham is watching. Well, he calls himself Big G in the Shankle. Welcome to you all. Jerry Grom from Yorkshire. Joy Cullen is watching. William says it's not sunny in Portland, on just cloudy. Angela wants to know, could we wish her husband Mark a happy birthday for tomorrow? Let me just make a wee note of that, Angela. Otherwise, I will forget because I can't remember from now till 5 minutes time. So there we go. Now, the next band that should have been having a parade this evening are further down the country. It is North Fermanagh Young Defenders. I think that's a hair sticking everywhere tonight with this crazy hairdo. North Fermanagh Young Defenders, and this is them in 2019. Again, the clip is chosen by James, playing at Derry Lauren Boyne Defenders Parade last year. Hope you enjoy this clip. Brilliant there from North Fermanagh Defenders. So that will hopefully keep all our Fermanagh contingent tonight because we managed to cover them quite early in the programme. And of course, there will be some more. So as I mentioned earlier on, all our clips tonight are chosen by James Johnson from Marching Band Videos. I did a wee message on earlier on just to say how happy he was to choose the clip and how much fun he had choosing the clip. And we're delighted to be able to feature them on, James. Maybe someday you and Lisa and all the rest of the gang will be able to get up Pernille and come on the show with us as well, because we love the banter. Although Pernille doesn't really get much a chance to speak with that Roy boy. I mean, he's forever butting into things. Roy's not even listening to me tonight. He's that busy doing other stuff. He got a new toy, a new gimbal.
I wasn't playing with my gimbal. My gimbal's there. And my drone. Oh.
Well, I hope you have more luck with your gimbal than I had with mine. Biggest waste of money.
Oh, look, baby's back.
Oh, your baby's back. Well, don't be dive bombing it again this time.
I'll do my best not to, but at least it was 100% confirmed by DJI that it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, that's true. Of course.
That's why they fixed it. Well, that's why they fixed it for free and didn't charge me £158 to fix it. So, but no, it is the footage. I showed you the footage last week, and it is.
It's okay, I believe you. You don't.
Shocking. I still cry when I look at the footage and just see it going, boom.
Oh, right. Where are we going next? We are going to have a little bit of Greengar's Thistle this time. So, of course, this weekend should have been the Brian Robinson Parade, and I'm really, really missing it. And I'm sure all of you are as well. It's always a fantastic day. But, of course, we have to remember why we're having the parade as well. Also, this evening would have been the Four-Step Memorial Parade as well. So, a lot of the bands coming over from Scotland and so on would have taken the opportunity to do both of the parades. And one of the bands who would have done so are, of course, Greengar's Thistle. And this is them at the same parade in 2019. Fantastic band there. Patricia, William, all agree. Absolutely first-class band. Eddie as well, all saying about how great Greengar's Thistle are. I have to say, I have never seen a bad clip of them. Never. I mean, their performances are always top-notch. Mary Irvine wants to know, can we give a shout-out to her granddaughter, Darcy Irvine, who is having a sleepover at Nan's? Hiya, Darcy. Hope you're keeping Nan up and keeping her active and making her dance. Lots and lots of attendance to you because you're having a sleepover. So therefore, there's no rules. No rules.
Yep, loads and loads of chocolates and high sugar drinks and everything's all a go.
And your Nana will now be coming looking for both me and Roy to throttle us, probably.
But they'll probably kick in more tomorrow when she comes back home.
Oh, well, that's true. Give her it before she leaves. Give
Yeah.
Darcy sugar before she leaves. Jeffrey Moore is watching from Cullibaggy. Mick McDowell is watching from a wet Blackburn in West Lothian. I know the weather is absolutely atrocious. Robert Goldsmith is always thinking about food, Robert. He says there's a great wee chippy in case it's a super wee band. I have a secret. I haven't had anything to eat today. So just before we were on air, I sent the hubby to the chip shop, so we got himself food. So inside in the kitchen, I have a chip, bean and cheese sitting waiting for me, and it'll be warm. And by the time I'm finished here, it'll be cold, so I'll have to reheat it, and it'll not be the same. And I'm sitting here starving. So if you see me, like, you know,
in between clips.
I know that's what I was going to say. If you see me like wiping my mouth at the end of every clip, you'll know why. I've been eating. Gillian says that thank you all for Jensen's birthday wishes. He thinks he's a celebrity. I saw someone else replying that he is our own celebrity. And Gillian had replied that she caught him on the 1st of July parade. This is so funny. 1st of July parade in the East, waving at any female over 70 and saying, hello, love. That is brilliant, Jensen. Keep it up. But don't restrict it just to the 70-year-old plus or 70-year young plus. Just say it to all women. All the whole world. The whole lot.
But the reason he goes for 70 plus is because he's chasing you. And can I just say a big hi to Specky? Specky 27. He knows who he is. He's watching. He just sent me a message saying nice flag, but he's just so.
Okay, Carol Clyde has been on. She says, hi Valerie, it's Paul and Carl here at Limavady. We're loving the music, enjoying the bands. And Carl and Paul, I know, are regular viewers every week. And she says that they are 39 years married tomorrow, Saturday, the 5th of September. Congratulations, very many happy anniversary. I don't know what 39 is. Is it, well, it's bound to be something half reasonable. It's not going to be paper or anything like that there. But happy anniversary anyway. And the next question they need to ask is, who deserves the medal more? Because one of you must deserve a medal. Sammy and Scott are planning a Ballymena Bands night. I don't know whether we can allow that one or not. Barry Thompson says that our world champion Jonathan Ring is in action this weekend. Indeed he is. My best mate is absolutely the biggest fan of his whatsoever. She has met him a couple of times, is delighted to do so. According Stu is watching from Durham in the Highlands. Great show, Val. Thank you, Stu. Hopefully you'll enjoy the music. This evening's clips are, of course, all joined chosen by James.
James from Marching Band.
James from Marching Band. We're not marching bands from James band videos, but from James from Marching Band 4.
By the way, 39th wedding anniversary. The UK's got no traditional gift.
Oh.
Or the US. But if you're in Spain, it's agate. If you're in Germany, it's sun time. But if you want a flower, it's a lace flower, or if you want a gemstone, it's agate, or if it's a modern gift, lace.
Carl, I would save up. Get him to save up the money for next year, because those two choices aren't great, to be honest. I would get him a nice big present for the 40th. Let me see. Oh, Northern Ireland are down to 10 men. What's going on? Josh McGuinness has been sent off. Oh no. Not good at all. Robert Burton says, evening everyone from Cambuslang. Kenny Dummigan is watching from Larne. Kenny, you will have been happy to have seen Dummigan Memorial last week on the show. Ballyrea 5k a day is now completed, so they're collecting the cash. Well done to all the members of Ballyrea Silver Band who were getting a target of 5k a day throughout the month in order to raise money for band's funds. Now, moving on to another band on the move. This is the Young Carpenter Volunteers from Liverpool this evening, and this is them at the Brian Robinson Parade in 2014.
wee short clip there, but still a great clip. One that we haven't had on the show for a couple of weeks, maybe even a month or so. So good picking there, James. So of course tonight's clips are all picked by James. Picked. Chosen. Chosen's a better word. Chosen by James of marching band videos. So I hope you all enjoy them. Edward Fellows says that he has got a couple of nephews in the Carson, so that's good. Hopefully you were able to see them there, although it was quite far away, that video. There is a comment going on here about Roy controlling the clips. They could have a Ballymena district night rightly, and there's nothing I could do about it.
Exactly. There's nothing you could do about it if I decided just to play Ballymena clips all night. But I'm not like that.
Now, Joy Collins says my voice has an echo. Is it gone now, Joy? I checked my cables.
But it could also be whenever I've got my mic unmuted that they could be picking up your voice through my mic as well. So I try and keep muting each time as well.
I was going to say there's a solution to that. I'm only joking. Let's oh shush, stop huffing. Typical man. Let's go to the next band. The next band this evening is Maeve Cullen accordion. This is from their restricted parade in July of 2020. So we managed to get some parades in 2020, but this is them on parade. Great there from hold on, Ever's go back, Maeve McCullough. I had just literally been typing a line about another accordion band, so it sort of confused me a little bit. Sorry about that. Men Behind the Wire. Well, yeah, that is one name of it. The name that was on the list for me was Hills of somewhere. I think I know it as the Hills of Donegal. maybe, possibly, don't know. Lisa is only in from the Liverpool Volunteers Memorial Parade, which of course is taking part this evening in Belfast in a smaller capacity. And we're all slightly jealous, Lisa, that you have managed to get to parade. Scott Clark says I took that bad about the Ballymena night. Not at all, Clark, because I know it's not going to happen. Or Scott, because I know it's not going to happen. Holly Lucas wants to know that is there a bit of Achna Gurrigan accordion or Gurgan accordion in here somewhere, James? I don't think so. I haven't seen them on the list so far that I've got down because I'm just looking down through them now. Alistair McKellar has updated a Scotland 1, Israel 0. Oh my goodness. Oh, what about Northern Ireland? How are we doing there? How are we doing? Scott wants to know, anybody else find it hard to watch when people are out of step, or is that just a me thing? I know exactly what you mean, Scott, but then you have to also look at the people who are out of step, and they're usually kids. I have to admit, I did see a clip one day where the girl, I can't remember, yeah, it was a girl. She was out of step in the colour party, but she was also waving her arm, moving her arm in the exact same as everybody else. So she was out of step and out of time, but her arm was still moving, so when the rest of the colour party had their arm up, she had her arm up as well.
She was TikToking.
Weird thing ever. Weirdest thing ever.
TikToking. TikToking.
I don't know how she did it.
Same leg, same arm.
No, it wasn't even that, because the arm wasn't going either with the same leg or with the other leg or the same time as any of the legs. The arm was going at the same time as the rest of the colour party, but she wasn't in time at all, and her feet were the same. I do not know how she did it. I mean, it was an absolute skill. It really, really was. I don't know how she did it at all. It was weird, and it was so weird to watch. But yeah, kids and that there you can understand. Although I have to admit, for Mason was no age. Every time he was the stand step, I had him paranoid. Hills of Tandragee, Holly Lucas says yes. I think it's also called Hills of Donegal. Maybe I'm wrong. Joshua Moore says he's just finished the Made to Parade book yesterday, and it's a fantastic book. It's a fantastic insight into what being in a marching band is like and what it's all about. So much I was able to relate to, and I highly recommend it. And of course, if you haven't heard of it already, it is a book by a good, I'm going to say a good friend of mine, and his name's going completely out of my head. Glenn Miller. I knew it. Glenn has written a book about his life. Glenn originally was born in Canada and came to Northern Ireland with his parents, and has lived here the whole of his life, and started off in Pride of the Raven. Then he did stints in Ballymacarrt and stuff like that there, but has written a book about his life from a kid through the ranks in bands, and it's absolutely a fantastic read. I haven't finished yet, but it's a brilliant read, what I've read so far. And it's all things that anyone who's ever been in a band can relate to.
And no wonder Josh liked it, especially if the guy jumped from band to band to band to band. That's why Josh likes it.
You're terrible. Don't listen to him, Joshua. He talks about his first band practice, and about learning the tunes and all that kind of stuff. Really, really brilliant book. It's on Amazon, and Barnes and Noble are the other outlets for it. It's highly recommended. Please do get it. He also has a Facebook page called Made to Parade to support the band or the book, and they're doing podcasts as well. He's talking to some friends from Pride of the Raven and places like that there, and getting them, to talk about their experiences as well. So that's accompanying the book too. So definitely look that up. That's Made to Parade by Glenn Miller. Just remember the big band conductor, Glenn Miller. Now, a little bit of silver now. So again, all you Fermanagh men are going to be happy tonight. This is Maguire's Bridge silver. Are Maguire's Bridge in County Fermanagh? Somebody Google it and find out for me. I'm not even going to suggest where they're at because I get it wrong. But anyway, this is Maguire's Bridge on their Black Saturday in 2019. This is them just parading to the starting point before the main parade. love a little bit of brass, and everyone's keeping me right. It isn't County Fermanagh, so hey, we're doing well tonight, James. James, your picking is going down the treat. Keith Weir has asked a very appropriate question, and I don't know the answer, but maybe someone does. Why does Maeve McCullen not hold a parade in Tandragee, saying they're from just out the road of it instead of holding it in Market Hill? I don't know. It's the bottom answer. Or is it is that where they hold a parade in Market Hill? The clip. Oh, yeah, the clip probably was in Market Hill, wasn't it? I don't know is the answer. Maybe someone listening out there will know. Jim Gilfinnan is watching from Larkhill. Welcome to you all, and welcome to anyone that I haven't actually shouted out their names. Helen Holland, yeah, we're down 1-0. Oh my goodness. Half time, Carl says. So what are, fingers crossed for the second half. Hello to Nicola. Nicola is watching. I am sure you probably have a wee soft lemonade with your watching. Robert Morrison says, come on, Israel. Who are Israel playing? Is Israel playing Scotland? Why would anybody be supporting Israel? Too much tenants can have the TikTok effect. You are totally right, Keith Bruce. Many a time you had it. Joy Collins says, I'm sounding okay now. But Stuart Boyd says Glenn Miller's book is a very funny read. Just finished it on Wednesday. I love the bit about wanting to learn Blaze Away. I was exactly the same. Yeah, I've got so far through it. I'm the worst person in the world to buy all these books related to the culture and all that kind of stuff. And then I don't actually get time to read them, which is terrible. So Betty Parkinson's hubby was in that silver band. So glad to be able to show that for you. And Scott says that they led them on a USC Association parade last year. He's not a big silver fan. Well, we all have our problems. But he said that they were excellent. James Shankle said he had a great time in Belfast last weekend. Sorely missed the parades, but massive thanks to Murray, Sandy Rowe, and the Belly Button Club. Right, somebody's going to have to explain that one to me, for the great welcome and hospitality as always. Penny Johnson says it looks like the band is having a nice wee stroll along the road like Sunday drivers. Yeah, the tempo was a little bit slower than I would probably have liked for a nice military march, but they did very well. Holly Lucas says yes, they hold the parade in Market Hill every year. Do you know why, Holly? Any idea as to why there instead of Tandragee? I don't know the area. I was going to say very well at all, to be quite honest. Jim Kramer is watching from Glenavy. So where are we going to go now? We are going to go to Rathcoole Protestant Boys. I know that Roy is a huge fan of Rathcoole. And if you haven't already got it, get your hands on their latest CD because it is top class. We had one of their tracks at the start of the show.
You also can get it on USB. If you don't want to buy the CD, you can get it on USB as well, which can stick into your car, which can go into your computer, everything else.
It was actually a great idea because when you think now, everybody listens to music on their phone and it's all MP3s. You don't tend to do CDs as much. So and a lot of people just have the USB drive in the car. They don't even have CD players. So it's a really good idea actually of the bands to do it on a USB stick instead of the choice of a CD, because I got mine in a USB stick. So it was a really, really good idea. So this is Rathcoole Protestant Boys playing in 2020 at Clough-Fern Parade. And I'm just sitting here thinking, we haven't had a parading season this year, but we've got quite a lot of clips from 2020 and tonight's picking from James. So this is them earlier this year at Clough-Fern's Memorial Parade. Brilliant selection there. A little bit of Vincent at the start of that, Starry, Starry Night, and then another little bit of Bridge Over Troubled Water. I just love the way that bands can take all, like pop tunes and tunes that are very, very popular and convert them and make them really, really work well for the band. And I do believe there are more on their CD. So if you haven't already got it, get your hands on it. So what are you all doing with yourselves this weekend when we're not out parading? I know we should be, but some of us can get to watch them, Lisa, but the rest of us are kind of like stuck in the house where there's nothing local. What are you doing with yourselves? Now, one group that I do know, I don't know whether they're watching, but they certainly sent me a picture of themselves. This is the Dunloy crew who are watching in Glandore in County Cork tonight. So they sent me a picture. I'll just share that with you all. Few naked fleshes there. Thankfully, all family correct. Not too much naked flesh. James says that Valerie is the Belly Button Club is the Naval Club in Great Victoria Street. Very good. Yes, never thought of that. Very good. Yes, so what are you all doing with yourselves this weekend? We are, of course, here tonight, and we're going to be here tomorrow night as well. And tomorrow night, what we are going to be doing is a little night of looking back at clips from the Brian Robinson Parade, because that, of course, should have been tomorrow as well. And I do know that they're having a very small memorial service again on Saturday for the Brian Robinson, in the same way they did tonight for the volunteers. Now, moving on, another clip from 2020. This is Portadown Defenders, and they had their own parade this year. Again, my mic nearly fell. They were the only band at their own parade, and I believe, didn't they reveal their new uniforms, Roy? Am I right in saying that?
They did new uniforms and new drums that night. So
yeah,
and the drums look absolutely amazing.
Roy was saying that he was actually down in Portadown that evening and he couldn't get over the crowds that were on the street just for the one band. But I suppose everybody is so desperate to see bands that you'll go anywhere just to get seeing one band. So this is Portadown Defenders at their own parade in 2020. It's not often I get to say that. Brilliant there from Portadown Defenders, of course, in their new uniforms and with a full flotilla of videographers there. So James was actually taking the video. You can see Neil in the corner in the grey t-shirt. I also saw Richard in the shorts with the legs out, just slightly after the colour party. And I know you were there, Roy, a summer as well. Where were you?
I was at the side. I walked on the footpath.
there's nearly as many videographers walking around it.
That's the thing. Whenever there's so little parades, there's that many. There's
Because we're just so eager. Do you know, I really, really hope that after this year and after we get back parading, that people, recognize what they've missed. And I bet you if anybody had said to them this time last year, you'll have no parades at all in 2020, they wouldn't have believed them. Absolutely. Well, I mean, unsurprisingly, they just wouldn't have believed them. But, if you would have told them that they missed them as much as they actually are, I don't think they would have believed that either. I don't think they would. Now, Jillian and Jensen and Jensen's daddy are heading out for dinner tomorrow night to Jensen's favourite restaurant for his birthday, then on to a family celebration on Sunday, which will end up a sash bash. Knowing Jensen, quite right you are, Jensen. I also saw a comment earlier on from your mum to say that you got a Liverpool strip as well. So well done, you. I am glad to hear it. Great taste, young man. Great taste.
Is that not classified as child cruelty?
No.
That is totally putting a Liverpool top on a child is child cruelty. I can really speak. It's just I'm not shocked and disgusted that they've put a Liverpool top on a kid.
Oh, China is in, and of course China is still, I am sure, more than welcoming any donations towards the fund that they have going on, because these Belfast Protestant boys are buying their lodge, their new banner, and they are doing lots of collecting. And I have to say, China, I've seen you giving stars to everybody, and I donated and I didn't get a star. It's just not good enough. I am officially complaining now. Although I got a wee private message from you, but
wait, you got a star. I didn't get a star or a private message. I got nothing.
I got a private message.
I got nothing. Well,
private message. But then I'm China's favourite. You're not.
Don't I know that? Don't even accept my Facebook request. Nothing. I go into the shop, spend money and everything. That's it. Finished. I'm going to go up the Shankliffe now onwards for my stuff.
Oh, China, did you hear that, China? So if you have a little look on the East Belfast Protestant Boys Facebook page, or indeed, I think I posted it in Ulster Bands forum, and I am sure that China will be quite happy to tell you exactly how to donate the money, then they can do so. And do, of course, remember that due to silly blonde mistakes, we managed to get the number for, of course, the Ballymoney Cancer incorrectly. So I've put that up, and it's pinned at the top of our page as well. So if you did donate and the money hasn't come out your account, please do check that first. I don't want anybody accidentally donating twice. So make sure it didn't come out. And if it didn't come out, I would be very, very grateful if you redonate it to the correct number this time. My fault. Absolutely my fault. Now, China says if everybody gives again, he'll send them a Christmas card. Davey is watching, my good friend Davey, who of course is instrumental in the parade tomorrow and organising that there. So I know that they will do a suitable memorial service for tomorrow's parade, even though the main parade itself isn't taking place. Now let's move to Omagh for a change. We haven't been up in Omagh for a night or two. This is Omagh True Blues. Again, great picking from James in this selection. This is them at their own parade, Omagh Protestant Boys Parade, in 2019. So this is Omagh True Blues. Fantastic there from Oma True Blues. I have to say, moving to more to the melody style is probably the best move that they ever made. It just makes such a difference to them, and they stand out, and it really suits them as well. It absolutely does. And changeover, the time that they took to change over was really, really quick as well, which was fantastic. Really was. Now we're going to go to Ballyclare this time for a little bit of the Protestant Boys. This is Ballyclare Protestant Boys at a Huckles Parade in 2018. Did I give you enough time? Wycliffe Richard number there, wasn't it? Son, you'll be a bachelor boy. Wasn't that what it was? Well, that's what I know it as. Scott says Scotch in the Rocks with the question marks. I have no idea. For some reason, I don't know why you do it. These flute bands take all these tunes and play them and then put a different name to it. Why? Why do you do it? Why not just call it by its original name? And then, of course, you end up with us getting into, like the famine song versus all that kind of stuff. So it's much better to stick to the original name. Makes life so much easier. A Home on the Range is another one. It's another really good one. And of course, I'm sure you all know the other name for that one. But, shout out Home on the Range and nobody knows any different. Bands play music. They don't sing lyrics. Oh, Irvine Pipe Band. This is James's Nexus clip. Again, another one from 2020. This is them playing on the Black Saturday Morning in Tempo. So it's a really, really local or recent clip. So this is the Irvine Memorial Pipe Band. Now that was a nice tempo for a pipe band, wasn't it? Nice tempo, that one. Now, I've just caught the tail end of obviously a conversation. So someone's going to have to explain me. Davy Baird, why are you telling Betty that you haven't footered in a long time? Now, I know what my interpretation of footered is, but I have no idea where that conversation has come from. Or why you felt the need to tell Betty that, but I just saw the end of that conversation and just had to ask. I really, really did. Jane Kerr is saying one of our great pipe bands in Fermanagh. Well done, Irvine Memorial from Clabby. And I've had a message from Brian Emerson, who is saying, are you trying to bug me? It's working. You're playing all of the local bands except for us. I am blameless for a change, Brian, because all the clips this evening were picked by James from marching band videos. But you see, you'll have to stay tuned to see who else are on the program this evening. You know, you can't just say that because you haven't been played yet, you're not going to be played. But it's really, really hard keeping everybody happy. So I am just happy to get bands covered at all. I always try to get them at least once. So I think we've got most of them. I would have to sit down to do the figures actually, but at the last count, I think we were up around 500. And I know that there's 660 odd. So, you know, we're trying to make sure that we have all of them covered at some stage, even if it's only been once. So moving on to a band that I do know we have covered quite a lot of times, just because they are so popular. They've been picked by a lot of our guest pickers, editors, whatever you want to call it. So they've been picked a lot of times, and I know that you do enjoy them.
Is that because they're a cracking band? Absolutely fantastic band. One of the probably the best band from the area that they're from.
It's not Ballyshane. No, it's not Ballyshane.
No, from the area they're from. They said Balry. No, from the area that they're from. They're from the town that they're from. They're probably the best.
I just thought automatically that you, when you were talking about a cracking band, it was Ballyshane. I just, jumped to that conclusion. Robert has explained it. He said, I asked what you were doing this weekend, and he said he was footering in the garden. Aha! All right, that's okay. That's still as another interpretation of footering, I suppose. Yes, absolutely. Now, we are going to go to Mourn Young Defenders again. A clip from them in 2020. This is, James, you have definitely gone for a theme this evening. Some of our choosers tend to go for a theme. Lisa tries to, go for a theme with each one of the, like whether it's pop songs or whatever it may be. Lisa, they always try and have a wee theme going. So James, your theme has obviously been videos from 2020, because we've got quite a few of them in this evening. And this is More Young Defenders in August of this year. More young defenders. I'm taking that wasn't your clip, Roy?
No, you could see me walking along the side. That was Robert Harper's clip.
Very good, very good.
He took a few clips that night in HD. The two of us had got asked. I'd done the whole parade. He just done bits.
See in the pavement, yes.
But there is... That night was... The band done something I had never seen done before because of all the COVID restrictions and everything else. Dotted around the town, they had band members stationed, and they done pit stops where 3 drummers went out, 3 drummers come in, colour party changed, the floaters changed. There's some floaters stayed the whole route, but they had 3 or 4 different places where they swapped, so that everybody in the band, because they had marched with a full band, had been well over the COVID numbers. But so that everybody could get doing the parade or part of the parade, they had all these changeovers, and it worked absolutely fantastic.
That's a really good idea. That's a really, really good idea. Really well drilled colour party there. I mean, you could see them and you know, when they were dipping the flags and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely superb. And that's a really good idea and a way to get around the restrictions, but give everybody a wee bit of a run out. Philip Mackay says Willie John gives him a bit of a lift when he's leading them. He really does. He's a real character, and there's a video doing the rounds. I think we had it one night in the show of them on the 12th evening when they're back in Mourne, and he's giving it Dixie. Basically, it's the only way to describe it. Giving it Dixie.
Mind you, it was a 7-mile route. It was a 7-mile route.
And did you have to walk at Pet?
I did, and I enjoyed every single step of it.
God love you. Amy Norton is...
At least I've got 2 working feet.
Yeah, well, at the minute I haven't. Amy Lornan says she is late, but she's here, and it definitely helps pick up my heart when I can make it. Glad to have you, Amy, joining us. And of course, I believe you're from the USA, so it's great to have you. And we're so delighted to have a new fan from the States. Please tell all your friends. We're not heathens. We're not crazy. We just love our music and being on parade. So let's move to a Hawkle for a little change. This is a Hawkle Sons of William. I think we had, Ballyclare Protestant Boys were showing on at their parade earlier on in the clips. And again, this is another clip. You definitely have got a theme, James. I can see this here. This is a Hawkle Sons of William playing on the 12th day, which was actually the 13th because the 12th was the Sunday. This year in 2000, COVID restrictions and everything. thought we'd done well this evening, getting the whole way through without the sash. I see Roy has put up in the corner there the mask my father wore. I've seen that doing the rounds. It's the one thing that always amazes me about the the sense of humor that we have. It's a dark sense of humor, but it gets us through some of these difficult times like this here. Was anybody watching the girl who came along and gave the drink to obviously her boyfriend or whatever, her husband, who was in the drum corps? And I was just watching to see whether he would then share that with the rest of the drum corps, and then I was going to go, oh my God, COVID aware or what? He didn't, which was brilliant. And he gave her the drink, and then she went down and offered it to somebody else in the ranks. Thankfully, they had the sense to say no. I was going to be like, oh my goodness, COVID restrictions. But thankfully, they had the sense to refuse. And that was it. I would just it would just have been too much for me. Now, a little bit of accordion. We haven't had accordions for a time. I saw Amy saying that it's it'll be about 3:15 in the afternoon for her. So Amy, just so you know for future, we always start at it'll be 2:00 your time. Get it on and work and blare up there. We're just so glad you could join us. Now, a little bit of accordion for a change. This is an accordion band who are very popular every time that we play them, I have to say. This is them at Brushane's Mini 12th Parade, and it is, of course, Milltown Accordion. Lovely 4-part hymns there from Milltown, as always. That was a very, very popular clip when we first played it in the show, and I'm sure it will be tonight. Really great sound coming off them, and really good, strong accordion band. They always have pretty good numbers on parade, which is always great to see. Where are we going to go next? Maybe do the birthdays after this one, Roy? What do you think? So if you have had a birthday, if you're about to have a birthday, or if you know someone who's watching who has had a birthday or is about to have one, give us a wee text message there and we will include them in our birthday clip, which is coming up after this one.
Just put a wee picture up on the screen, just covering your face for a minute or two. Someone's shown us how to watch virtual band parades in style. Malcolm Steele in Ballinamore has sent us this picture, or tagged us in this picture. If I'm got it up on the big screen with a glass of wine in his hand.
I can't see it yet. It'll take a minute to get up for me.
Yeah, it'll take a minute or two. You're tagged on Facebook on it.
Good for you, Malcolm. Good for you. Glad you're enjoying it. Only way to do it. Absolutely. So we're going to move now. This one is just before our birthdays, is the Glenlochan Flute Band, which I think isn't a band that we've played that often. I'm fairly certain we've covered it at least once. It's really, really hard to cover all bands, I have to say. Yeah, because we only have 2 hours on a Friday and Saturday evening. Well, I know we could do longer, but we want to leave you wanting more. Isn't that what they say? Always leave them wanting more. And it's kind of hard to always pick because you don't always want to pick the big names. You want to give everyone else a chance because everyone else works just as hard as the big names. So this is Glenlochan Flute Band playing at the Tyrone Ditches Pipe Band Fete in 2019. Really nice sounding there. And Joshua says it's a really family oriented band, which of course is important because in these days with so many distractions, it's kind of hard to keep everyone together and to keep everyone on the same lines.
I'm really surprised Carson and Craig didn't come running there when they heard that tune.
Yeah, because that's the end tune. I'm just getting rid of a little troll there. There, he's away. Now, we're going to do the birthdays now. You all set up, Roy, yeah?
Yep.
When's
the 6th? Oh, Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Amy.
Yeah, we've got that in. So we've got Mark Greer, who is having his 40th birthday. Happy birthday to you, Mark. Of course, we have our Jensen. Our superhero Jensen, who is it's his birthday tomorrow, but we're going to include you tonight. But Jensen, just in case you're not watching tomorrow, because in case you get delayed with your meal or anything like that. There. Also to Mark Anderson, whose birthday is on Monday, and Amy Norton, who is watching from Tennessee, who we are so happy to have with us, her birthday is on Sunday. Now, Amy, I'll give you a little secret, okay? So the way you were saying you're 23 again, okay? What you do is once you reach 21, then you start just, going through them again. So, you get to 21 for the second time. All right. So a friend of mine the other week, she was 46, but she's actually 43 or 23 for the second time. So you said that you are going to be 46. You're not. You're actually 23 for the second time. So keep that one. I'll let you have that one. How's that there? Let me see who else. I saw another one there. Happy birthday to Graham McAfee from Craig and E Band, who is going to be 10 on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Graham. And Yeah, so that's all the birthdays. So to all of those people, to Mark, to the two Marks, Mark Gray and Mark Anderson, to Amy, to Jensen, and to anyone else who's
Trevor.
too shy.
Trevor had a big birthday.
I saw that, but then I didn't know whether Scott was taking the
No,
rip or not.
Trevor did have a birthday during the week.
But it wasn't his 58th, was it?
Yeah.
Trevor, happy birthday. Big 58. Not long till you're getting the bus pass, huh? Or were you 24 for this? No, 58 divided by 2. 29 for the second time. That's what it was for you. 29 for the second time. So happy birthday to you all. And this is from us all here at Ulster Bands for our Ulster Bands Forum virtual band periods and from everyone who is watching. Gillian says that she is 21 for the 25th time. There's days I feel the exact same, Gillian, I believe me. Brian said he would love to hear Billy's Mills playing Near My God to Thee at the Meningate sometime. Valerie, beautiful setting and beautiful music. We have played it before, Brian, but I'm sure we will play it again quite happily because it is, as you say, a lovely piece of music in a lovely place. One of my favourite places, I have to say. And yes, Scott, that Charlie boy is well gone. Virtually straight away. Now, let's go. Am I not Ballyrae Boyne Defenders? Are they not Kilkeel? No? Not sure. Can't think. Anyway, the next band is Ballyrae Boyne Defenders. That's what I was trying to figure out. So I could say whether Joshua would be happy or not. But this is Ballyrae Boyne Defenders at their own parade in 2019. I'm just, to be quite honest, I laughed to myself after the clip started to play because I googled Ballyrae Boyne Defenders, and thank you to everyone who very kindly told me that they're from County Armagh and Killyleagh. I don't know why it came into my head.
Well,
they were
Killyleagh and Kilkeel's names are quite similar.
No, there must be a Bally something. Is it Ballyvay or something in Kilkeel? Is that what it is? But the two of them have got mixed up in my head anyway. But great picking there, James. And I believe that's also one of your clips. And it's a really, really lovely setting with the bonfire in the background and, you know, the light of it coming through the band. Really, really nice clips. Now, staying down in County Armagh for our next clip, this is the Loyalist Fusiliers. I'm not sure what year this is from, but I know we'll enjoy it. And the latest update is that Northern Ireland have equalised. So let's all just stop this and go watch the rest of the match. But I am sure that everyone is going to keep us updated. So that's one each. I am so glad to see it. So fingers crossed that they can get that one in goal. Gillian says she heard a scream from the basement, so there must be a goal for the Green and White Army. Oh, my goodness. So that clip was actually from 2009, which explains the speed. They are going at a rate of knots there. Really, really going fast. I'm telling you, I would lose a lot of the weight if I was walking at that speed. Now, we're going to go to our next band, which is from Carrickfergus. Again, a 2020 clip. James, you are doing really well in keeping us recent. This is the Ulster Grenadiers Flute Band playing fairly recently, Black Saturday Morning. Scotland are drawing 1-1, and so far I haven't seen anybody telling me that we've got a winner or anything. Someone had said there was only 5 minutes left, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Davy Logan says that Grenadiers are some outfit, and Scott Clark thought that they were sounding well there. Was anybody else watching the wee tot on the cymbals? Because he never missed a beat, and he got all his intros. And it's not that he was even watching the older cymbal player beside him, because there were sometimes he was up first. So well done to him and the wee guys in the flutes as well. I just love to see the kids and the youth coming through in the band. Now, Mr. Emerson will be happy now, because he texted earlier on about the fact that I was playing every County Fermanagh band except for his. And then whenever we played Ballyrea, he said, it's the wrong Ballyrea. So you will be happy now. This is Ballyrea Silver Band playing at the County Fermanagh Black Saturday in 2015. That's all we're getting there. Thin Red Line and Stopped Before We Got to the Trio. Super, super march.
I have to say, it's nice to see the black men in step with the band as well. All of them were in step with the band. Instead of just sauntering along, they were actually marching along in step. It was really nice to see.
Ted says it's all over Scotland. One is one each. That's the end of their match. I do have to say that Thin Red Line is one of the very, very few marches that didn't work with accordions. You know, we arranged it and played it, and it did, but it just didn't sit comfortably, I have to say. Now, let's go to a little accordion band for a change. This is Edgarstown Accordion Band. Again, 2020. Well picked, James. And this is them on the 12th of July or 13th. Did we stop early in that one as well? I was enjoying that now. That was very, very good. Great choice of band there. Says Jean Kerr. She's loving Edgarstown Accordion Band. Brian Emerson said it takes a real band to play Thin Red Line. Well, I hope you enjoyed Ballyray, Brian, because it may be some time before you get to see them again. No, I'm only joking. Wouldn't do that. Now,
yes, you would.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you're right, I would. Where are we going now? Oh, Northern Ireland match is over 1 each. Oh, well, listen, that's a really good result. It's better than a 1-0. It's better than being beat by 1 goal. It's a really good result. So, yeah, that's good. We'll do it. One would have been better, but we'll go with that one. That is good. Carl Porter is asking where Edgarstown are from. Edgarstown are from Portadown region. So, well, Gillian Douglas Ray says Edgarstown. Well, yeah, it could be, but it's the Portadown area. Same as Paddy the Birches are from the Birches area, just outside Portadown. And Robert Morrison says, good to see Israel pulled one back. Who were Israel playing? Oh, right. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Robert, supporting against Scotland there. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. So we're going to go to Robert Graham Memorial this time, who are playing in this clip at the Ballygowan Black Saturday in 2019. Gillian apologises, Carl. She wasn't trying to be smart by saying that Edgarstown were from Edgarstown. She read it wrong. She said too much vino and that Cloudy Bay is far too easy drunk. Lucky you, Gillian, is all I can say. Do you know who has been very quiet tonight? And they're normally having a little glass or two along with us. Victoria and David have been very, very quiet tonight. Is there no vino on the go tonight, Victoria? I'm very disappointed if that is the case. Joshua says that clip and that particular parade was a very, very wet day. The assembly and the demonstration field was in the middle of nowhere. Numerous rain showers, thunder and lightning taking shelter underneath banners and cardboard boxes that were lying about the field. I have to say the clip looks really, really nice weather, Joshua. So... And there was lightning as well, Philip says. Oh my goodness. You would nearly think we were being paid to do this or something. I mean, how mad do you have to be to dedicate all that time to learning an instrument, learning to march, dedicating, spending all that money on and time fundraising for new uniforms and traveling to all those parades and all that, like out of why do you parade in the rain? Oh, we are absolutely mad, but sure, we love it. Absolutely love it. Now, we're going to go back to an accordion pan this time. And again, another one that we definitely have had them on the show before. So I have. Good for you.
Yeah, you skipped one this time. I skipped two, or you skipped one this time.
I know, but I kept you right. Now,
I kept you right this time.
Yes, you did. But this is Victoria and David, the Beckhams. Of course, it's the Beckhams. I watch this every week without fail. We are. Victoria says definitely vino tonight. Well, for me anyway. Quite right, Victoria. You have to get your priorities right. We're going to go now to a little bit of a clip of Defenders of the Rock, Liz Below. This is them at their 30th anniversary parade in 2018. Just read a comment there. Robert says that we parade in the rain because we can. And Gillian says that Jensen says because we don't dissolve. Absolutely brilliant, Jensen. Brilliant. My dad always said that it didn't matter whether it rained because it could only go skin deep. Couldn't go any deeper than that there. And of course, Balusheen always wore just white shirts. So within 20 minutes.
Coffee time.
20 minutes, the shirt was dry and everything was back to normal. Whereas with the jackets, that's not just as easy to do because it's heavier material, it takes longer to dry. But what would we have to complain about if it didn't rain? Edward says if we get paid, we would be taking sick days. Yeah, probably. Well done, Defender, says Noel. That's the home village. Well, I'm glad you were able to see them on virtual band parades. So just a few more clips to go for those of you who are starting to look at the clock. I'm just looking there. It's 12 minutes to.
Just a
So
couple
we
of
should-
messages on YouTube there. Samuel Fleck wanted us to play Ballyduff playing the new Colonial. And then Ulster 1690, more of my Protestant boys, the county and White Rock. But Ulster 1690, White Rock and county are the same thing. Seems
Would you start that?
only
what we'll do
only
is
four
we'll-
home nations, rain or snow, will play on.
Quite right. You are totally 100%. What was I going to say there? We'll make a note of those. Lisa, if you're still listening, make a wee note of those. And then the next night that we have some slots coming up, we will include those. Because tomorrow night, of course, Lisa has looked out a whole selection of clips from the Brian Robinson parade, which should have been tomorrow. And she's picked out a whole pile of clips from over the various years from it. So that'll be really, really good. She's got some old clips as well as some later ones and that there. So that'll be a good show. I have to say, I can't wait to see what she's picked out for that one. Next weekend, have we any? I don't think we've anything planned for next weekend. Have we any guest pickers?
Is Mark
I need a
not,
name for that. Guest picker.
is Mark not doing a weekend? Scottish.
Yes, maybe that's his. Maybe next weekend is Mark. Yeah, could very well be.
And hopefully, if things go right, I'll have a wee special clip for tomorrow night as well. Because tomorrow is our 50th show.
Is it?
Our 50th show tomorrow night.
Wow. Oh my goodness. 50.
I've done. Hang on. Well, hang on. We'll rephrase this. I have done 50 shows. Valerie's done 48. Valerie's done 48.
Yeah, that's true. I missed two, didn't I?
Sorry, just had to get that in. But no, 50.
You're a blurt. You're a blurt.
50
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have
shows.
done any. It's as simple as that.
I never would have you. Well, you might have done a couple of watch parties.
Let's go to our next clip. The next clip is the one that I was just about to announce. This is Bushside accordion, not Burnside, Bushside accordion. No, Roy is not doing a Blood and Thunder night. Gillian, just let me quash that right there.
Do you see the popular responses for that? It's unbelievable. Every week somebody asks for it.
Before it goes any further, right? Okay, no further on that one. We're going to go to the accordion band, Bushside accordion. I know I've played them a clip before, and I have this odd feeling this might be one of the same clip. Dave says he's watched all 50 shows. I would say there's quite a few of you have watched all 50 shows. Let me know if you have. We'll have to figure out. You get special reward for sticking us for 50 consecutive shows.
I've watched all 50.
Oh, dear Lord. Let's play this clip of Bushside accordion. I'm just reading all the comments from other people who think they've watched or who know they've watched 50. Well done to you all. And I have to say that I never ever thought that we would get to 50 when I started this. I thought it was going to be like 4 or 5 weekends, and then that will be the end of it. I genuinely didn't think we'd be sitting here in September doing the same thing. But you know what? It's got us through a few months, and that's what it was intended to do. And it's been keeping us together, and it's great the way we've got to. I recognize all these names who are coming up, and it's a real wee communities built up around here. Karen says she's only missed the Blood and Thunder night. Karen, you didn't miss anything. You're all right. Hans Johnson says that Bushside there had some volume for 7 accordions. They certainly did. They were all, full blowers, you would call it, with flutes, but they were all absolutely playing there. David says he's going to celebrate 50 shows tonight with his friends Magners in Cottenburg. Someone else earlier on said that Jim said that there would be plenty of gin tomorrow night. We'll have to see what we can do, Jim. We'll have to see. I mean, it's a celebration, absolutely celebration. Alistair thinks he missed the first week, so let's see. We'll go back through these all. Edward Fellows has been here since day one. You have indeed, Edward. Muriel has watched all 50. See my wee mommy supporting it, even when I'm not here myself. John Hugh has watched all 50, as has Lyndon Neely. Philip Mackey thinks he's maybe only missed about 3 or 4.
That's because your mummy comes to watch me, not you.
Your mummy.
Yeah.
Brian missed half of one. Lisa has watched them all and selected a few. Karina and Ray at McHugh have watched all 50. Billy McDonald has watched all 50. Sylvia Slane, he actually put it, I'm a 50 man. I like that. I like that turn of phrase. Sylvia Slane has watched them all. Joshua has watched all 50, only about 6 or so he didn't watch live. Jean Kerr is a 50 lady. Carol Porter says she missed the first 3. She didn't know about it, but definitely none since. Harry MacArthur is all 50. David Sheridan, as I said, he's watched all 50. Brian missed a half one of a parade. Karen I've mentioned. Alistair McKellar said I've mentioned him as well. Reggie Cullen, Jasmine Cullen, and Joy Cullen have all tuned each week. Would have been a long summer without the virtual band parade. We will get together when this is all over, Joshua Morris. We absolutely will. Hadn't we planned to all meet up there? I've got a doggy looking for me. It must be near 10 o'clock. There you go, 3 minutes. They know the time. Yeah, we'll definitely have to have. Raymond Newell watched all 50 and a few in repeats. You couldn't miss it. Denise Gordon and Amy has missed none. She says her mum hasn't missed a minute. And Elaine, any she missed, she caught up on YouTube. And they're always on Facebook as well, Elaine. Morris Work has watched all 50. Well, I am so pleased that and so happy that we have entertained you throughout the summer, and we'll continue to do so until either you're sick of us. Robert Lee says he's watched 65, but he may have been drunk. Very good, Robert. On to our next band. Our next band is Star of the Row from Limavady, and this is them playing in 2019 at the Eden Morph Parade in Limavady. Scott Clark is saying that he seen them all, although not always live. Brian Emerson wants to know, are we going to reach 1690 episodes? I sincerely hope not, Brian, because then that would potentially mean we don't get parading next year neither. So I just have to keep petting the dog. Otherwise, that would mean we haven't got parading next year. So I sincerely hope we don't get to 1690 episodes. Brian Goody says that he has watched about 35 plus and he is now absolutely hooked. McDowell has watched all 50 and enjoyed, thanking us both. It's not just us, although we're the two idiots here making fools of ourselves. I used to watch them myself, but I have to admit that, like when I watch them, I cringe so much at how I sound it and the rubbish that I go over that I stopped watching them after that. Gillian Douglas says she has never felt sick of us. Oh, that's lovely, but I'd say that's probably the wine talking, Gillian. Let's be honest.
Valerie, to get to 1690 episodes would take 16 years.
Oh wow! No, we'll not bother doing that. No, we're okay. We're okay. We're back parading next year. Never mind in 16 years' time. So, last couple of clips of the night. The last accordion band this evening is the dogs know that it's 10 o'clock. I swear my dogs can tell the time. Last accordion band of this evening is the Ardara Accordion Band, and this is them playing in Bangor in 2019. Very short, abrupt ending there to Ardara. I was enjoying that. Denise says that is her favourite hymn. I was thinking of the World in Union, but I can't remember what the hymn is. I'm sure there's a couple of hymns go to that tune. Anne was asking, is that Carson or Craig? That one was Craig. Look, they're both there. You can just see that. That's Craig. The further one away is Carson. Very few people can actually tell them apart, I have to say. Now, yeah, I started to say there, it's not just me and Roy, obviously, and Lisa who are behind this. We're just the idiots at the front of the camera. Lisa helps out fantastically every week without fail with regards to the clip. I vote to me now, can't read. He says yes, thank you. Lisa helps out every week without fail with picking the clips and selecting the clips and getting the timings and all that kind of stuff, and has been invaluable with that there. And of course, we have all the videographers whose clips we couldn't do this without whose clips we couldn't do it. And of course, then we've had a few of our guest pickers. We've had James, we've had Gary, we've had, it's not Mark, it's Gary. Where did we get Mark from? Gary. Lisa, we've had Neil. Hopefully, I haven't forgotten anyone of the guest pickers. If I have, I apologise. And Roy and Lisa. So thank them to all as well. And I mean, it's a group effort. It's just I'm just the idiot. Getting on a rate.
Just to show people, I've put the Excel up on screen. This is what we work from every week and gets filled in, so people don't, you can see that it's all pre-arranged clips that go in on the spreadsheet, and it's Valerie has this spreadsheet set up, and it's got everything down around the bottom, the durations and everything else. So she has it well organised. But that's what we work off every week, and when we say we fill out the sheet for the clips, it all goes into that.
Yeah, there's a lot of clips in there. We're roughly running. By the time we finish tomorrow night, we'll have played 1,200 clips. So we might get 1,690 clips, Brian. So we might. So this is our last song for this evening. Lisa has included this one tune for this evening. Lisa's included this one because is it today, Lisa? I'm almost sure she said it was today, is the anniversary of the death of Thomas MacDonald, who White Whale defenders remember. Sorry, the snorting is one of the dogs, not me. I have to keep apologising on work calls because they'll lie on a sofa in the same room and then they'll start to snore. I have to keep apologising because you can hear it through all the work calls. Yes. Yeah, so Thomas MacDonald, White Whale defenders remember Thomas MacDonald on their drum and also on their banneret from memory. And this is the anniversary of his passing. So we thought this was a nice way to end the show this evening. This is the White Whale defenders themselves playing Absent Friends. So from our point of view, this is us for this evening. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, where Lisa's clips will be related to various Brian Robinson parades over the years. And we will, of course, as always, have other bands who would have been having the parades tomorrow night featured as well. Thanks to James Johnson from Marching Band Videos for choosing the clips this evening. They've been excellent. I'm sure you can all agree. They've been a really, really good selection of clips. Nice to see bands that we don't always see every week on the show. And it's fantastic that we've been able to have those clips from you, James, and hope you enjoyed picking them. So from all of us here, have a great day tomorrow, whatever you may be doing, and we will see you all at 8 o'clock. In the meantime, keep the foots to the myth, boys, because we're coming to the tune.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treasons, cloud and popery stood late. that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure, James, that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their heart and zeal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth, high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a feu de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you get charge into your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full, there's nothing can surpass. There's not expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.